Alright guys, this video is going to be short and dirty. I want to do another test with my Glock. Just posted a video today. It's Monday. I don't know my watch. I think it's the 23rd. Anyway, I posted the video showing me dropping the gun a bunch of times. And of course the first bunch of comments on it were talking about different variables. And you know what? They're all valid points. So I do want to test it out a proper way, in a more realistic way. I happen to be shooting out in the grass, so that's where I dropped it on the ground. And being that it is grass, it will absorb some of that, and the fact that it was wet may even further the absorption, and blah 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 blah. Alright, so a couple of concerns people had. Glock 17, by the way, this is fully loaded, 19 rounds. There's no round in the chamber, because I will be dropping it on that concrete in just a second. And I know some of you guys are going to cringe, but that's just how it is. Alright, so trigger's reset. Okay, see how that's off? Now it's reset. Gun is empty. Let's double check that again. Nothing in the chamber. Trigger's reset. Mag goes in. Full 19 rounds. When I'm all done, I'll show you that. Alright, now this goes right in my holster. Okay. People were concerned that most of the time when you're out in public and the streets and stores and stuff, you're not going to be on grass. You're going to be on concrete or tile. Okay, so they wanted to see the same tests on some hard surface, which is fully understandable. Like I said, it's a very valid point. The second issue they had was, I mean, I'm talking generally, I mean, there's a couple people, but I'm sure if I don't make this video, there'll be plenty more. Another concern was that the gun was empty, and that the added weight of all the extra rounds in a loaded magazine, which is what you would have if you were carrying the gun, might play a big factor in that. And lastly, someone said, well, you kind of dropped it on the front of the gun. It should be dropped on the back to see if that, because that's what would affect the trigger the most. And again, another valid point, you know, but you don't know how it's going to drop. And this test here is going to be an extremely realistic test. I have the gun as I just showed you. It is in condition 3, full magazine, nothing in the chamber. I'm on a slab of concrete here. I'm going to raise the camera up for you guys. I'm going to get in front of the camera. Just a second here. Alright, so hopefully you can see this. Gun in the holster, okay? Very realistic test. You're going to get the gun out of the holster. For some messed up reason, you just fumble with it, and it falls on the concrete, loaded. Oh man, that makes me cringe. Hopefully you heard that. The trigger did not go off. See what kind of damage we got. I have to say the Tennifer coating they use on Glocks is actually an awesome finish. I don't see any scratches or anything. I think it landed, I didn't see it because it was behind me, but I think it landed more towards the side. Let's do the test one more time. Nothing in the chamber again. Trigger's reset, full magazine. Okay. One solid frame here. One solid shot, rather. Alright. Going to grab my gun. Uh-oh. Alright. So, it does not, I mean, from that specific situation, now I can drop this probably 500-600 times, and maybe one out of those times it drops just right, and with the action, you know, the added weight, and if it hits just on the butt of the gun here, and you know, it might set the trigger off. You know, as much as you do testing, there's always going to be variables. There's always going to be, you know, someone saying, well, what if this happened? You know, what if? I can't test everything. I do appreciate the comments, and like I said, they're extremely valid points. That's why I wanted to replicate this this test here and do this. Doing tests like this, it sucks. There's nothing else I could say. I mean, this is my personal gun that I pay with my own money. It's not like Glock sent me a gun to test. If they did, I'd, you know, bash the crap out of it, and I'd have a lot of fun testing it. I don't want to damage my gun. But anyway, as you guys saw, there's no, I mean, it's not going to set that trigger off. Now this is just how I have it adjusted. You can get the same trigger and take all that slack out. If you're not comfortable carrying it like this, you know, by all means, don't have it such a hair trigger. You can still adjust it, you know, so you have less slack than a stock trigger, but not as close as I have here. Now another issue I want to mention is that if you're carrying condition 3, the gun will not go off if dropped, even if the trigger's pulled. Okay, again, let's test that. Rack to slide, nothing in the chamber. Full magazine if you're carrying condition 3 like I do. And let's say you drop the gun and it does go off, or the trigger is dropped. Well, big deal. Nothing's going to fire unless you have a round in the chamber. Alright, and by the way, when I'm dropping this, some people are going to be concerned because it's live ammunition, and this is live ammunition. I don't have dummies, plus even a dummy round won't be completely the same because you don't have the powder. As long as nothing hits that primer, it's not going to go off. I wouldn't do this a bunch of times, and I really, in fact, I should probably give you a warning in the beginning of the video, but don't replicate this test at home. You saw it done here. I'm not using any magic trickery with the camera or anything. I really just dropped this 2 times on concrete. It didn't go off, but don't replicate the test at home, please. I don't want anyone to get hurt. So anyway, oh here, let me show you that the magazine is fully loaded. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Normal Glock mag, Glock 17 mag, but I have the +2 base plate, so there's the extra 2. So 19 rounds, all that weight, and it's pretty heavy, magazine and gun. So there's the test. Thank you all who commented and said, you know, like to see it dropped on a hard surface. I cringe. I don't want to do it, guys, but there it is. Let's do another inspection here for any damage. Don't want to point that muzzle at me. Everything looks good. Looks like it dropped on the sight here. Yeah, sight got a little dinged up, but looks like it didn't move. Still looks square. Of course, I'll know next time I shoot. But oh, you know what? No, it hit the rear sight. My rear sight's way off. Alright, so that's where the one impact was. Hey, just where the guy wanted it, on the back. Hit the sight. So now, I don't have a sight tool, so I'm kind of screwed for now. I'll have to borrow one from someone and get that rear sight back in alignment. Oh, I'm glad I noticed this before I went to the range. Otherwise, all my shots would be way off to the left, wouldn't they? Alright, so anyway, there's the test. Little sacrifice today for YouTube. I don't mind doing it for you good people. Seriously, guys, though. You know, I don't mind doing tests like this. I mean, like I said, this is my personal gun, but these things have to be known. It's a safety issue, so there's no way of knowing unless you actually try it out. So anyway, today it was fine. Everything's good. Glock 17 needs a little repair now. But there it is. Hope you guys appreciate it. Alright, thanks for watching. As always, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.